Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to set up Webhook inside Oneflow. So Oneflow is a contract management software which helps us to very easily manage all the contracts, to create the contacts and send it for signature. So here I'm going to show you step by step that how you can set up a connection between Oneflow and Pabbly Connect in such a way that you can send the response of Oneflow to any other application automatically. And that we are going to do with the help of Webhook. So Webhook acts as a bridge for setting up connections between different applications and for transferring the data from one application towards another on the happening of a specific event. So before moving forward towards setting up this connection, you can see on my screen there are two windows, trigger and actions. Now trigger and actions are the basic concepts, or we can say that these are the building blocks of our automation. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now let's suppose here my objective is that as soon as a contract which I've created in my Oneflow account will be published, then I want to capture the response of that contract and I want to add the details in Google Sheets. So here I'm going to connect Oneflow in my trigger and Google Sheets, let's say, in my action. So here we can clearly see that action is following what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when the contract is published in Oneflow, then only the details will be added in Google Sheets, otherwise not. So after understanding the concept of trigger in action, let us start connecting Oneflow with Pabbly Connect with the help of Webhook. So for that we have to move towards our trigger step, and here we have to select our trigger application. So our trigger application will be Oneflow. Let's select that. Now we have to select the trigger event. Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. You can see that we have multiple options over here: contract published, comment created, participant created, and etc. So on the happening of whichever specific event you want to capture the response in Pabbly Connect, you can simply select that trigger event over here. I want that whenever the contract will be published in my account and I want to capture the response. So here I have selected my trigger event as contract published. Now as we have done that, we can see that we have received a webhook URL along with some instructions. So we have to follow these instructions step by step to set up our connection, and the webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for transferring the data from Oneflow towards Pabbly Connect whenever the event happens. So here I'm going to copy the webhook URL and then I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. So now first of all I'm going to take you towards my Oneflow account, as it is given that you have to log into your account, and I've already done that. So this is my account, and here we have to go towards settings section from the left side. Under settings, here is the option of extensions. And after coming over extensions, here we can see the option of Webhook. So we have to go towards Webhook option. You have to enable the Webhook option over here to continue. And you can see over here, my Webhook option is already enabled. Now we have to click on this create Webhook button to create a new Webhook. And we simply have to paste the URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect over here. As we have done that, now we have to click on confirm. And here our webhook is ready. So we can see that a webhook is added over here. We will go back towards Pabbly Connect and it is showing waiting for webhook response. This means that now we have to do a test submission by performing the same event which we have selected as trigger, and as soon as we will do that, the response will be captured immediately. So I'm going to go back towards Oneflow, and here, because my objective is that whenever the contract will be published, then I want to capture the response in Pabbly Connect. For that I will go towards the documents. And this is my document which I have recently created. First of all, I'm going to name it. This is a service contract. All right. Now here I have created an agreement. This is just a sample agreement. So I'm going to first of all provide a participant over here to whom I want to send this agreement. Okay. So here I'm going to add the participant. So I have already created a contact to whom I want to send this agreement. So I'm going to simply select that contact. And here all the details are automatically added. So as we have done that, now I'm going to simply click on confirm. So this particular participant is added to our contract. So when we are going to click on send, it will be published and it will be sent to the participant to whom we have added. So I'm going to click on send over here. Here I'm going to enter the subject and a message. This is a test agreement. Now I'm going to click on send. And as soon as we have done that, the contract is sent and it is published. So we will go back towards Pabbly Connect to check whether we have received the response. And yes, here we have immediately captured the response. In this response, we have received all the details. This is the event type which we have performed, that is contract published. This is the event ID here. This is the date and time at which the contract is being sent. And here's the contract ID. So now as we have received the response, this means that our connection is absolutely successful. But now I have to tell you one more important thing, because Oneflow is going to work for each and every event. Whether you have selected any specific event over here in the trigger event option, but then too it is going to capture the response of every event which will be performed in Oneflow. So in order to run your workflow for this specific event, for example, here I only want to continue the workflow further if the event will be contract published, otherwise not. So in that case, I will simply use a filter condition, and when I will apply that condition, the workflow is going to work only when the event will be contract published and not for each and every event. Okay, so here we will move towards our action step, and I'm going to show you how you have to apply that condition. So you have to select your action application as filter, and then you have to select the action event that will be filter values. Let's click on connect, and now you simply have to apply one condition. So you have to select the label, you have to select the filter type and the value. So the label will be event which we have to select. So whichever event we are going to receive from the response, that will be label. Now the filter type will be equal to, and here you have to provide the value that the label will match the value, then only you want to continue the workflow. So here the value will be contract published. So I will simply copy this, we'll move back, and I will paste it over here. So you can see that my condition is ready. Now here, because I've inserted the label from my previous response, this means that it has become dynamic and it is going to replace with each and every new response automatically. But the value which I've entered manually will be static and it is not going to replace. So whenever the label will be received from a new response, and if the label will not be equal to the value which we have given, the workflow is going to stop over here. So in the same manner, whichever event you want, you can select that by applying this filter condition. Now when I'm going to click on save and send test request button, we will check whether the condition is true or not, and here my condition is absolutely true. So further I can add my action steps and applications in whichever application I want to transfer the data which I have received, and when the condition will be true, it will be automatically transferred. Alright, so these were the steps at how we have to set up Webhook inside Oneflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends, and also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.